You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today, on our Mindset and Motivation Monday, I am ready to get started for the week. So here's the thing. It's so vitally important, every single one of us, that we start the week charged up, that we don't start the week behind. Because if you don't start with the right mindset, with a positive mindset, you're going to find yourself behind. You're going to find yourself always having to crawl back out of that hole. So, if you finish a little slower towards Friday, fine, but start the week off strong so that you're not always playing catch up. Look at your life. Look at everything that you need to accomplish. Break it down into smaller chunks, from yearly to quarterly to monthly to weekly and then to daily. And I even break it down into hourly, which I'm going to get in the future. I'm going to talk about kind of like people have asked me, what's a day in your life like? I don't know if it's that interesting to other people, but I will share it with you nonetheless. And so that's my big thing. I try to look at my week, and that's not today's topic, but I want to just share this with you because it's on my mind. And I try to get the hardest things done first in the beginning of the week. So I feel like, wow, those are out of the way. I can take a deep breath, less anxiety, less feelings of overwhelmed, because it doesn't sit there for 5 days for me to try to accomplish it. And then my Friday afternoons are just playing catch up. I don't want that. I want to feel relaxed towards the end of the week. And that, really, I started the Monday off with a good charge, and I've got enough accomplished. Maybe not everything, but enough to feel like I'm moving forward. And that's a really big thing as well. Today, though, we're going to talk about something really, really big. It ties into that. It absolutely does, into what I was just saying. But it's this, is that you're supposed to change in life. So a lot of people, they've got this mentality, and believe me, I've had it forever, that, family and friends, they're going to look at you, or you're going to feel like you're being judged, saying, you know what, you've changed. You're not the same person that you used to be. You're not how you used to act. What are you forgetting about us? Are you too good for us? All of those specific things. And, this is a real problem because it makes a lot of people play small in life. It really does. It makes them stay stationary or even move backwards, meaning like they've started to get ahead in life. They have a better job, a better career, more passions. They're following what they feel their purpose is in life. They may have started hanging around with different people that they enjoy their company a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, they start to just shrink back. They say, you know what, maybe I'm not ready for this. Maybe that's not who I'm supposed to be. I didn't grow up with this. This isn't who my people are. This isn't part of my culture. Maybe there is something wrong with me. Maybe I'm not supposed to be this person. And that becomes a huge issue. I've absolutely suffered from this type of mentality. And you know what? I can often find myself starting to dip into it every once in a while where there's that next little leap that I could make into whatever it might be. And I have to really be cognizant of where my mind is going, where my thoughts are going. And that's why it's so crucial that we actually stop and become aware of our thoughts. Because as you've heard me explain on previous Mindset and Motivation Mondays, is that our actions come from our thoughts. So we first have to think different thoughts. And if you're someone who says, well, you can't change your thoughts, you absolutely can. You first have to catch the thoughts that you're having, and then you say to yourself in a non-judgment type of way, is this thought serving me? And then start to think about more of the time consciously of the things that you do want, the places that you do want to go, the career that you may want to have, the people that you want to associate with, or the spouse, the partner, whoever it is that you might want to meet. You need to think about it first consciously so that it starts to set into your subconscious. Now, I can recommend books, and I often do on our Friday reviews, and I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to absolutely keep doing that. I absolutely will, and there'll be one coming up this Friday, so stay tuned. So here's the thing. We first have to understand that as humans, and when you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you haven't checked that out before, there's only 5. Absolutely amazing. I will be talking about that on a future Mindset Motivation Monday, and I'm making a note right now for myself as we speak, because this is something that's so vitally important. People want to get to the final point of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? The self-actualization, the awareness, the kind of like taking your life to a new level. But the problem is they haven't satisfied the foundation, the 4 steps before that. So I do have to leave you with that. I will talk about those maybe even next Monday. But for right now, we have to first be conscious, be cognizant of, and have the thought that we are supposed to change. We are humans. We are beings that's supposed to be on a path of greater enlightenment, greater awareness. And that means taking ourselves to that next level. And I can assure you of this, that it's not okay for you to stay at the same level. That means there's no growth in life. People who aren't growing literally feel like they're dying. They feel depressed. They feel more anxious. And the reason is this, that literally, if you're not excited about something in your life, if there's nothing that energizes you, there's nothing that excites you, there's nothing that creates passion in your life, how do you get yourself motivated day to day? You have to find something that you are growing towards, that you are passionate about, that forces you as a human to have to dig deeper, to have to overcome certain obstacles. If you become complacent, that's it. That's really it. But what happens to a lot of people is, yes, there is growth. There absolutely is. They have taken it to that next level. But what happens is it's like peaks and valleys, right? So they go up, they're on this high, and then they come way back down again. And it's just ups and downs every single year. Well, it shouldn't be that. You can absolutely hit a new peak, and then you might level off for a period of time. I do agree with that. But there should not be a big dip. You can't go all the way back to the down to the bottom, because that's what you're used to. That's your safety net. That's your comfort zone. A lot of people have this fear of success, where if they become too successful, that they'll feel like they'll alienate those people around them, that they'll no longer have friends, that they'll no longer have the support of others around them, because they won't have anybody. They don't have that support group, because people feel like they can't relate. I've been there, and I have to tell you this. The people who love you the most in life, they want you to take it to that next level. They really do. Your parents don't want you to stay at the same level that they grew up with. They really don't. If they truly love you, they might be nervous for you to take it to that next level, right? In terms of anything. In terms of maybe you want to move out of the same city that you grew up in. Maybe you want to move to a different city. Maybe you want to move across the country. Maybe you want to go into a different career than your father had or your mother had, right? A different career path. And maybe you want to be the first one to go to college, or any of these specific types of things. I was the first one to go to college in my family. My parents didn't go to a 4-year school. They didn't do these specific things. A lot of things I did was the first. That was the first of those specific things. But I understood, even if my parents didn't say it, that it was okay. It was okay to then try to take it to the next level. Did they worry about me? Did they absolutely say certain things that kind of like wanted to pull me back into that safety net? Yes. But that's because they care about me. They don't want to see anything bad happen to me, but they're okay with me taking that step as long as I'm confident in doing it. And so I think that's really important. And same with your friends. You can still hang out with your friends at the same local bar or pub or restaurants or people's homes. It doesn't mean that you can't. It doesn't mean that you have to you can't take it to the next level of whatever that is. It's not just financial. It's in terms of how you think. It's in terms of, yes, how you live, your career, how you keep your body, right? If all of your friends are a little overweight and you decide to get yourself in really great shape for you, right? For you can still hang out with them. There's nothing wrong with that. And, the friends, again, who really love you, who really support you, will be okay with that. The ones who don't, you'll see their true colors. They're the ones who are a little bit more self-conscious of themselves. But again, that's a mirror. Their words will be a mirror of how they feel. It's a direct reflection of them, not of you. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing by trying to get well, by trying to lose the weight so that you feel better, not just from an aesthetic standpoint. Losing weight is not just about aesthetics. Is it okay to want to look better? Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. But can you lose weight? This doesn't mean being stick thin. This doesn't mean with having six-pack abs. It's not that. It means taking care of your body, because your body is the vessel that's going to carry you through life. If you are more overweight, you're going to have more joint pain. You're going to have more inflammation. If you're a woman and even a man, you're going to have more estrogen. It's going to lead to more inflammation. It's going to lead to skin issues. It's going to lead to other health-based issues. There's no doubt about that. It's going to lead to more moodiness. So by losing the weight, by getting to a healthy weight, you'll always be healthier for the most part as long as you do it safely and naturally. And that's what we try to teach, of course, in this podcast. So what I'm saying to you right now and how I want to sum it up is this, that I want you to create a vision for yourself. For whatever that is. It doesn't have to be a millionaire, billionaire. It doesn't have to be stick thin. It doesn't have to be a walking around every day with a giant smile on your face from ear to ear. That's not what it has to be. But it can be more than what you are right now. And it doesn't mean that what you are right now isn't good enough, but it means that with your life, you are allowed to take it to that next level. You can take it 2 levels. You can take it 3 levels more. You can take it 4 levels. You can shoot for that. You can keep that in the back of your mind for the vision that you want for yourself, but you're going to start small. You're going to take it one step at a time, and that also will allow your parents, your friends, your coworkers, everyone around you to see this gradual change, right? They see it happening over time. It just doesn't happen overnight. That will also ease that transition for what you're looking to achieve in your life. And very slowly, you can start to share some of these visions with other people, only those that will support you, not those that will try to knock you down. Maybe there's just 1 or 2 people you can share these things with. I don't have a lot of people I can share them with, personally, but I have a few people, and those few people can support me in what I'm looking to do with my life as well. So I do hope that you have that. And if you don't, I can guarantee you this. There are places that you can go, places that you can find really healthy support groups. And hopefully the Cabral concept can be one of those things. We also have a support group at cabralsupportgroup.com, which is simply a Facebook support group only for positive people, those people who are looking to make change in their life. And we help those people step by step understand that they're going to have to go through struggles to take it to that next level. And the reason is simple. When you take it to that next level, you've never been there. You don't even understand what it's going to take to get there. However, you learn, you go through some trials. Those trials get to see if you're worth it or not, whether you really want that thing bad enough. And if you do, you're going to survive, you're going to thrive, and then you're going to enjoy that new level of success. So just remember this. The next time someone says that you've changed, you say, you better believe it. And I'm happy that I did. I'm happy that I am taking my life to a new level. I'm happy that I'm creating growth in my life. And I hope that one day you do the same. Thank you everyone for tuning in to another Cabral Concept, and please do feel free to share this message of change with anyone else who you believe needs it. Ever wonder what the best sauna, blue blockers, sleep trackers, wake lights, salt lamps, or other health gadgets are? Or what about the top non-toxic mattresses, sheets, soaps, bath products, toothpaste, and cookware? Or would you like to know the cleanest choices for hemp parts, meal delivery services, supplements, and much more? I personally curated, researched, and now created a resource page of all of my top picks that continues to grow each week. These are the exact products I use in my own life, with my family, in my private practice, and they're the ones I trust. To find out all of my up-to-date recommendations and all the details, simply head on over to stephencabral.com/resources.